Tonight, the Cougs return home victorious from Stanford.
And the Department of Homeland Security could limit visas for certain students.
And students protest against domestic and sexual violence here on campus. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Welcome inside Studio B. I'm Aijane Taylor.
And I'm Jennifer Power. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
We start our show in the realm of college football. The number 14 ranked Cougs took down number 24 Stanford and Cardinal 41-38 on the road after trailing by 14 in the first half. Quarterback Gardner Minshew posted a solid outing with 438 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, while kicker Blake Mazza kicked the game-winning field goal with 19 seconds left in regulation. The victory moved the Cougs to 7-1 and into first place in the Pac-12 after Washington Huskies lost to California. The Cougs play the Bears in Martin Stadium this weekend in Pullman. Lauren McCluskey's mother, Jill, set up a memorial fund in honor of her daughter after losing her to a murder-suicide last week in Utah. McCluskey's family organized the fund to support future scholarships for student athletes in track and field. Lauren ran track at Pullman High School and then went on to receive 2017 Pac-12 All-Academic Honorable Mention. You can find the memorial fund and donate to it on the University of Utah's YouGive page.
As we continue to celebrate Halloween this Halloween, campus organizations continue to prepare for the festivities when students show up to a Greek house. Members will require not only an invitation, but they'll check to see their wristband in order to enter. In addition, each wristband has a number people can dial if they feel in danger. Wristbands get dispersed to each house in the Greek community as part of the post-moratorium action plan implemented 2 years ago. Members must use the wristband system on Halloween and the days surrounding it. Would holding Halloween on a weekend make the holiday safer and less stressful for kids and parents? That's the idea behind a petition created by the Halloween and Costume Association. The petition asked President Trump to change Halloween's date of celebration from October 31st to the last Saturday in October. The creators say it will make the holiday safer and allow for more family bonding time. The petition has gathered over 18,000 signatures. During the Week Without Violence, the Coalition for Women Students held its annual Take Back the Night event alongside other universities across the nation. Kayla Bautista explains how this impacted students at WSU.
You could hear the hurt, anger, and passion while students chanted and marched during the Coalition for Women Students event, Take Back the Night. The event happens annually nationwide during a week without violence to bring awareness to sexual assault and domestic abuse on college campuses.
Show survivors that you don't have to be afraid. That's why the slogan is Take Back the Night, is because you don't have to be afraid to be walking at night to your cars, for anywhere. You don't have to be afraid if you go out. We want them to know that you should feel comfortable where you're at all times.
Students on college campuses have a higher risk of becoming a victim of sexual assault and domestic abuse. However, students at WSU feel bringing awareness to these issues lower those chances.
People actually want change. And my parents always told me, like, if you want change, be the change. I feel like not a lot of guys go, so I feel like it's a very important issue. Whenever people bring it up, it's like, oh yeah, I care, but they don't come to the events for it.
I decided to march because as a Native woman are the highest ethnic group to be affected by violence, whether it be domestic or sexual, and I want to be able to be a voice that they may not be able to stand for.
The Coalition for Women Students emphasizes that students and survivors do not stand alone and help is available. Kayla Bautista, Murrow News 8.
Thanks, Kayla. A Moscow high school student, Rosemary Adams, took it upon herself to change the way girls access feminine hygiene products at her school. Moscow High has begun offering free hygiene products to students in the bathrooms. The decisions came after Adams started researching women's access to these products as part of her extended learning internship. She took interest in access to these products as a global issue and localized it so that girls at school would never have to worry about access again.
You know what? what? That's a great program for girls. Also, did you register to vote?
Yes, absolutely.
And today actually marked the last day you could register for the midterm elections.
That's right, and we have some fact-checking on ads from Initiative 1631 for you back after this.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Dad's home.
Yeah. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
International students could see restrictions on the time they get when it comes to completing their education. Right now, international students with a visa don't have to reapply and can stay in the country after getting their bachelor's degree if they pursue their doctorate. The proposed rule change does not specifically say how long students can stay in the country after they get their bachelor's degree, but they might not obtain another visa. The new rule remains under public discussion until December 5th. If the new rule passes, it will go into effect in September 2019. With Election Day looming next week, local Initiative 1631 continues to receive an increasing amount of attention. If passed, large carbon-emitting companies will face a new fee. One group named No on I-1631 stated that the initiative would increase consumer prices for things like gas and utilities and cost families up to $400 in the first year. Creme 2 News found that this information came from a study that this group itself paid for. Creme also found that a pro-I-1631 group claimed that the initiative would create 40,000 new jobs, a number that simply serves as a projection. A divided Washington State Supreme Court decided charter schools mostly operate under constitutional limits. The court ruled the 2016 charter school law does not violate constitutional requirements for funding because it does not divert restricted tax money from the regular public school system. In 2016, the legislature set up a system that takes money from lottery proceeds sent to a specific account. However, the court did rule it unconstitutional for charter schools to prevent teachers from unionizing with teachers from other charter schools. Leaves keep falling, but could we see trouble we haven't seen since 1980? Find out why scientists have upped the threat level of local volcanoes.
And we'll hear from Jasmine Durachi in the Weather Center with a look at the upcoming week's weather.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
No more pencils, no more books.
No more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out
for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
The U.S. Geological Survey classified Washington State's Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier among the 18 volcanoes in the United States that it considers high threats. The survey updated its volcano threat classifications for the first time since 2005 and did so based on the respective volcanoes' geologic activity and vicinity to highly populated areas The agency placed both Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier in the top 5 on their danger list among 161 active volcanoes in the U.S. This Halloween weekend, I got a little chilly with the showers and winds that we saw. What about you?
So did I, most definitely. Jasmine Geraci joins us in the Weather Center to tell us if these patterns will continue through the actual holiday.
Thank you so much, Aijane and Jenny. Well, if you're anything like me, you grossly underestimated how cold it would actually be this morning. And I walked out of my house today with just my sweater and no jacket, but I was still freezing because it was so windy today. If you look outside the window right now, it's 44 degrees. We did have a high of 52 and an average of 47 degrees. And humidity 67%. That's because we're going to expect to see some rain showers throughout the night and throughout this week. Over on the east side of the state, we have Pullman with a high of 50 and a low of 36, and you can see those winds. Spokane, high of 52 and a low of 35. Wenatchee, we see 57 and a low of 36. And in Yakima, we see a high of 59 and a low of 30. So dropping down to those 30s range as we enter into the night. Over on the west side, we see a little bit more showers. We have Seattle with a high of 55 and a low of 48. Olympia, high of 55 and a low of 40, and Vancouver with a high of 58 and a low of 46. So pretty consistent temperatures all throughout the state, just difference with the showers on the west side. Tomorrow we're going to have a temperature of 48 degrees, and it's going to heat only just slightly to 50 in the afternoon and lower back down to 40 degrees in the evening. Should be a little less windy, but we definitely will still be seeing some clouds. And for our our week forecast, we have our Halloween it will be 51 with a low of 46, but it is going to be showering, so make sure to bring those rain boots. And Thursday, we're going to have a high of 57 and a low of 48. Friday, high of 59, low of 44. Saturday, high of 51, low of 43. And Sunday, high of 57 and low of 40. So, like I said, make sure to bring those rain boots out on with you to Halloween on Wednesday night. Have you ever felt like helping out and getting yourself a little furry friend? This holiday encourages both. We will return after the break.
You got a king?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course.
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Everyone put your paws up for National Cat Day. So how should you celebrate this fuzzy holiday? National Cat Day sponsors give you a few suggestions. Adopt a cat from your local shelter or rescue for some cuddly company in your life. Or donate that old blanket in the back of your closet to an animal welfare organization. And if you have your own Garfield at home, enter him into Blue Buffalo's perfect personalities photo contest. For more information on the contest or celebration ideas, visit nationalcatday.com. And we have our own little kitty here with us to say goodbye. Thank you for joining us. You can watch us every weeknight at 7 and 10 p.m., Pullman's only nightly newscast.
And don't forget to follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter.
Good night, Pullman.